It is a cloudy morning here from Daytona. 9 o'clock in the morning, and we are getting ready for NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series practice here from the Daytona International Speedway. It is going to be a 15-minute session for these drivers to get ready for qualifying later on this afternoon. I'm Greg Bird here to broadcast booth here to deliver you 15 minutes of practice here for the Truck Series as they take one step closer to tonight's 2017 season premiere. It is the NextEra Energy Resources 250 here from Daytona for the NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series. We will have practice this morning, qualifying later on this afternoon, and this evening, tonight, the NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series 2017 season premiere right here from Daytona. It is a packed show. We have the Truck Series on track. We'll have the Xfinity cars hitting the track for the first time in 2017, as well. It's going to be a fun afternoon for the lower series races. You got to see the Can-Am duels right here from Daytona last night. Saw Carl Edwards and Kevin Harvick pick up the wins in their dual race, and now it is all about the Truck Series drivers at the moment as they prepare for qualifying later on this afternoon. Now, we're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll have all 41 trucks entered hitting the track for NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series practice from Daytona. We are back live, and we already see drivers rolling out of pit lane onto the racing surface here from Daytona. The first guy you saw, the number 20 of Austin Hill, one of our many Rookie of the Year contenders for 2017. Austin Hill driving for his family-owned team, Austin Hill Racing. This team plans to run full-time, but they do need a sponsor, and they have new sponsors on board this weekend, but looking for some funding throughout the year for Austin Hill. The number 81, Ryan Truex, running full-time for the Truck Series, another Rookie of the Year contender. After racing in the Xfinity and Sprint Cup Series for a long time, the former Series K&N champ is now running full-time in the Truck Series for the Hattori Racing Enterprise team. Goodyear on board with Ryan Truex as he gets ready for his first full-time season in the Truck Series. One of our going homers, the number 86 of Brandon Brown, getting ready for another full year for the Brandon-built Motorsports team. The number 19 of Daniel Hemrick has a new home in 2017, leaves NTS Motorsports and moves over to Brad Keselowski Racing for the full 2017 season. Daniel Hemrick also rumored to run a lot of Xfinity races here in 2017. And behind Hemrick on track is going to be his new teammate, your Reigning Series ARCA champion, Chase Briscoe. Briscoe moves over to BKR to drive this number 29 truck full-time for BKR. On the inside of Briscoe, the 71 of Brandon Jones, driving this truck for the Carlos Contreras Racing team, along with Rainier Racing. Menard's coming on board as the primary sponsor. Brandon Jones will be running double duty this weekend, as he'll also get ready to run his Xfinity car for RCR later on this afternoon for Xfinity practice. Yeah, the 66 of Jordan Anderson also running double duty. He'll be running the Xfinity race, hopefully, for MBM. But for right now, Jordan Anderson, the driver out of Bullen Motorsports, getting ready for another full-time year in the Truck Series here in 2017. The 88, Matt Crafton, one of our Final Four contenders from 1 year ago. Matt Crafton crashed out of the Homestead race that ended his chances at a third title. Crafton returns for another year along with teammate Cameron Haley, who is back behind the wheel of the number 98. Haley grabbed his first career win last year at Kentucky. Now looking to make some more noise here in the Truck Series in 2017 for Thor Sport Racing. Taking a look at the number 24 GMS Racing Chevrolet of Kaz Grala, and GMS Racing is really expanding their program to a full-time Xfinity team, 4 full-time truck teams, along with a 5th team this weekend at Daytona, and also running a couple of full-time Chevrolets in the ARCA Racing Series. So GMS Racing, Marie Gallagher, really getting into this sport. The number 24 team will be run full-time by Grant Enfinger starting next weekend at Atlanta. Kaz Growler running full-time in the ARCA Racing Series. A one race deal in the 24. And his other starts in the Truck Series this year will be the number 25 truck, which is the 5th truck out of GMS Racing. Up ahead is former Daytona winner of the 17 of Timothy Peters. Red Horse Racing won this race back in 2010. Peters looking to grab his second career win at Daytona. He is a multiple-time Talladega winner along with a Daytona winner for Timothy Peters. And there is his new teammate for 2017, Cody Coughlin, the new driver at Red Horse Racing, driving the number 7 Jegs Toyota for Red Horse Racing. And behind him is a big pack of trucks. One of them, another going home in the 40 of Todd Peck. The CSS Health Arthritis Foundation Chevrolet for Todd Peck, being passed from the outside by the 41 of Ben Rhodes, running full-time with Thor Sport Racing here in 2017. And number 2, Austin Cindric, running full-time for BKR in 2017. There goes the 78 Chris Fontaine, the Glendon Motorsports number 78 Toyota for Chris Fontaine. He had the 13 of Rico Abreu, was runner-up in the ARCA race on last Sunday afternoon to Bobby Gerhart. And a new home for Tyler Reddick moves over to GMS Racing in 2017 for Tyler Reddick. Leaves BKR and will be driving this number 23 for GMS Racing, replacing Spencer Gallagher. And it will be also a new home for Jed Burton in 2017 after running full-time in the Cup Series with BK Racing, full-time in the Xfinity Series with JGO Racing. Now returning to the series that got his career started back in 2013, driving full-time for Red Horse Racing. He's replacing Ben Kennedy in this number 11 truck. Clay Greenfield on track now, driving the number 10 for Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing. Right now, Clay Greenfield is a going-homer, and right now he is 15th in practice right now at a, now 17th at a 47, or at a 45.937. And here is the number 4, Christopher Bell, your reigning series champion in the NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series. Won the title in his rookie year, along with former driver Eric Jones back in 2015. Christopher Bell won the title at Homestead, won the race at Homestead in this JBO.com Toyota for KBM. Behind them is the 36 of Bobby Gerhart. Bobby Gerhart won the ARCA race on Sunday afternoon, his 10th career ARCA win, and his 9th win here from Daytona. A very impressive stat by Bobby Gerhart, driving the 36 for the Mittler brothers this weekend from Daytona. Bobby Gerhart also qualified for the Daytona 500 from his Can-Am dual race last night. So it's a big weekend already for Bobby Gerhart. The 99 Justin Haley on track now for the Harry Scott entry. This is a Harry Scott owned team, H. Scott Motorsports. You got Justin Haley in the truck for the full year in this number 99. Behind him, the 44 Tommy Joe Martins, another driver who's getting ready for his first full-time season in the truck series. Driving for a family-owned team. They ran a couple of races last year. But in 2017, they will run full-time with Tommy Joe Martins as the driver. Taking a look at the 07 of Cody Ware, driving the SS Greenlight Racing Chevrolet. Cody Ware failed to qualify for the Daytona 500 last night. Up ahead, the 63 of Mike Bliss, the former series truck champion, driving for the Mittler brothers in the number 63 truck, being passed by the 92 of Brian Keselowski, the older brother of two-time Cup champ Brad Keselowski. Brian will be running part-time for Ricky Benton Motorsports in 2017 unless funding is found for this 92 truck. And there is the 54 Brett Moffitt, a new home in 2017, replacing Matt Tift over at KBM. A great opportunity for Brett Moffitt. Leaves Bob Jenkins in Front Row Motorsports from the Cup Series and moves down to Cowbush Motorsports in the Truck Series here in 2017. A pretty big deal, pretty big move for Brett Moffitt. Here's a two-time Daytona winner, Johnny Sauter. Won this race 1 year ago. Moves over to the number 21 team, the Smoky Mountain Hermal Snuff Chevrolet for GMS Racing. On the outside of the 49 of Reed Sorts, another driver who raced his way into the Daytona 500 last night. Reed Sortson trying to do the triple duty this weekend. Also trying to get his Xfinity car in the show tomorrow afternoon. Right behind Johnny Sauter is his new teammate Ben Kennedy. Moves over to GMS Racing in 2017, driving the 33 Jacob Company Chevrolet. Ben Kennedy is also driving the truck that won this race 1 year ago. There's Chase Briscoe, last year's ARCA champion, in the number 29 Cooper Standard Ford. Not quite sure if we have talked about him today. There's the 51 of Dalton Sargent. Part-time for KBM in 2017, will be running full-time in the ARCA Racing Series for Venturini Motorsports. Sargent had a great run in the ARCA race at Daytona last Sunday, got 8th place, led a lot of laps in that race, and came on with a solid top 10. Austin Wayne Self right now 7th quickest in his AIM Racing Technical Solutions Chevrolet or Toyota. Austin Wayne Self drove full-time for Thor Sport Racing 1 year ago. Didn't really have that much of a season. Really struggled a lot. But Austin Wayne back here in the series with a brand new team, getting ready to run full-time in 2017 for Austin Wayne Self. Taking a look at the number 1 of Jennifer Jo Cobb. Driving the number 1, this is a Jennifer Jo Cobb Racing entry. They pretty much bought the assets from Make Motorsports that when they filled the number 1 truck. Now we have the 05. This is a new driver behind the wheel, Parker Klugerman, replacing Dylan Lupton. Klugerman drove the last 2 races with this team 1 year ago, Phoenix and Homestead, and will be getting ready for a full year in the truck series here in 2017 for Parker Klugerman. And we're trying to get, we want to make sure we get through every driver in the field. There's Mike Harmon in the 74, another going homer, the 6 of Norm Benning. We want to make sure we get through every driver entered. There's Mark Thompson, the number 50. And I believe we have covered everybody in the field. And now we're going to look at who is fastest. Right now, that is the 21 of Johnny Sauter. Last year's Daytona winner right now, quickest, Chase Briscoe, Daniel Hemrick, Tyler Reddick, and the 11 of Jeb Burton. That is your top 5. Now, this is going to be very important because remember, this practice session will determine the qualifying order on how they go out later on this afternoon. The slower trucks in practice, guys like Mike Harmon, Todd Peck, Norm Benning, they will be going out early in qualifying, going to homers by the way. And then at the guys like Johnny Sauter and Chase Briscoe, Daniel Hemrick, they'll be going out at the very end of qualifying. Single truck qualifying here from Daytona. 49, Reed Sorensen. He is guaranteed a spot in the field. Driving the number 49 for Premium Motorsports. Now later on this afternoon, right after this practice session, will be NASCAR Xfinity Series practice here from Daytona as they get ready for their Power Shares QQQ 300 on tomorrow afternoon for their season premiere. Big pack back here, Bobby Gerhardt, Grant Enfinger, Ben Kennedy, Timothy Peters. A guy like the 54 Brett Moffitt right now, he is only 36 fastest here in practice. So Moffitt would love to try to get a little bit of a better lap, as Moffitt really struggling right now, even though he is in a pretty good sized pack. Still not really up to speed in that 54 truck. As we're going to catch number 10 of Clay Grenfield at a high rate of speed. And we are already under 2 minutes remaining here in truck practice. 3 wide, down the back straightaway, into turn 3. Cameron Haley, Matt Crappen, the 2 teammates on the bottom of the track. There's Austin Wayne Self and Grant Enfinger in the middle. And they'll be catching the number 29 of Chase Briscoe here very soon right now. Second on the board here in practice. As we have about a minute and a half remaining, let's take a look at your top 10 though. Johnny Sauter, Chase Briscoe, Daniel Hemrick, Tyler Reddick, and Jeb Burt. We already talked about your top 5. But then we have Dalton Sargent, Austin Wayne Self, Brandon Jones, Brandon Brown, and the 13 of Rico Abreu. Cody Coughlin, 11th, Matt Crafton, Kaz Gralla, Ben Rhodes, and Chris Fontaine, along with the 66 of Jordan Anderson, Austin Cindric, Timothy Peters, Ben Kennedy, and Cameron Haley. Now, if you have not noticed, I am not really talking all that well. I've been battling a pretty bad cold this past afternoon, and I am all sopped up, and my nose and my ears are just a little bit in pain. So bear with me with my commentary in this practice session. Not feeling on that well, but the show must go on for the truckers here from Daytona. We have now about 23 seconds remaining here. We're hearing that NASCAR may give these drivers a little bit, about maybe an extra minute here in practice. Here's a backup here, the 51 Sargent, the 21 of Sauter, 71 of Brandon Jones, and the 49 of Sorensen. They were able to get away from this pack back here, I believe. I could have sworn they were in that pack back there with Crafton and Haley. Maybe wrong. Another big size pack back here. Brandon Brown, Mike Harmon, Ryan Truex, Justin Haley, Ryan Ellis, Cody Ware, Mark Thompson. These drivers trying to get as much knowledge as they can from this practice session. A lot of guys running in packs to get ready for the race now, but some teams may need to focus on qualifying trim, on single truck speed, because remember, they need to race their way in and beat 5 trucks in qualifying. Guys like Tyler Young right now running by himself. Timothy Peters running by himself right now in 18th place on the scoreboard. Austin Hill 32nd. Christopher Bell 31st for the Rating Series champion Christopher Bell. There was 41 entries. 36 will make the show. In the Xfinity Racer, there are 51 Xfinity teams entered for tomorrow's season opener, and only 40 teams will make the show for that. And that will wrap up Truck Series practice here from Daytona. Johnny Sauter wins practice here at Daytona, and he'll be the last guy to go out to qualify when we begin to qualify here later on this afternoon. So congratulations to Johnny Sauter, as he is the winner of practice, and he'll get his season off on a high note and having a little bit of momentum going into the rest of the afternoon. So that is going to complete the morning here from Daytona for the Truck Series, but that is not all the action you will see here today from Daytona. In just a couple of minutes, the NASCAR Xfinity Series cars will hit pit road and wait for their turn to go out and tackle the Daytona International Speedway for their first practice here of 2017. So congrats to Johnny Sauter on winning practice. On your screen are the results from today's practice session, and we will see you in just a couple of moments for Xfinity Series practice here from Daytona.